For this card, I just took a piece of gray cardstock and I created my card base out of it. I scored it at 4 1/4 and cut it at 5 1/2. And I took another, what ended up being a quarter of the cardstock left over, and I cut it at 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 so I could create a frame for my card. To do that, I got my Big Shot out and I cut out the center piece of the card base itself with a rectangle. It was the stitched framelit die from Tim Holtz, but I used that to cut out the frame piece. Then I found a bunch of my Halloween themed stamps and I went ahead and I took that frame bit and I started stamping around the frame just to kind of create a little bit of something extra to look at on the card itself. So I just kept stamping around the frame portion of the card until it was filled up and until I was happy with how it looked. Once I was happy with the stamping around the frame, I went ahead and grabbed my pad of x-ray papers. It was one of the 2018 Halloween papers that Michaels was selling this year. It's really cool. They're little x-rays printed on acetate, so it looks like actual x-rays. But I chose the bug and I started to cut it down so it would fit inside of my frame. I grabbed a piece of plain white paper and I cut it at 5 1/2 and then I folded it in half, so I got basically 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of paper, and then I ended up cutting about 1/8 of an inch off of each side so it could go inside of the card so you could see the x-ray just a little bit better. Here I'm adding some tape, some double-sided tape to the card base and the frame so I could sandwich them together. Once I got all of the tape exposed, I went ahead and lined everything up and sandwiched it all together, and I added the white to the inside of the card so you could see the x-ray better and you could actually write inside without ruining the x-ray portion. So I wanted to add this little sentiment to the inside of the card but make it so you could see it through the x-ray. So I'm lining up trying to figure out where I want it and using my stamping platform so I can get a nice crisp dark stamped image. I add a few little extra lines of the double-sided tape so the recipient of the card doesn't open it and think that's it, so that it kind of stays with the card when you open it, but you can also see that the x-ray is a clear x-ray sheet. I used the same technique to make a second card using the hand x-ray from the pack of acetate x-ray paper, and it came out looking pretty awesome as well. Thanks for checking it out.
It's amazing. Thank you for watching.